Hey time travelers, I bought a 5700 so I could try to put the Apple straps on it from iMac Pro, see if I can get higher hash rate. That's what we're trying in this video. Because look, this guy's like, I'm also at 58 mega hashes and Ethan, blah, 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 blah. And he even puts his clocks. I modded the BIOS with Apple memory straps. And then he says the actual straps there, and I couldn't get it to work in the last video. And he says, hey, is that mod for 6700 XT? No. In my previous comment in the thread, the discussion was about RX 5700. On an RX 6700 XT thread. Wasting all these people's time. Well, maybe I should have read the whole thing. Oh, this one's dusty. I should clean this maybe. Oh well.
This is my look of disapproval.
Hey, other me. Other me! Other me! Whoa! Oh, there you are. What are you gonna freaking tripod all where here is? Oh yeah, I forgot to move that. I used that to set the focus lock for, in case you walk in and I have to bother you. That's where you stand. Well, I can't stand there now because it's there. Whatever. Can you turn off the mining monitor software so it doesn't reboot this thing in the middle of me working on it because there's not going to be any hash rate because I'm taking... Oh yeah, I'll go turn that thing off. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this. Genius. Come out, 1660 Super. You're not in this scene. And the AC is going to be going in and out because it's getting cold out because it's October. And it's going to make background noise, so you just deal with it because we need AC in order to mine. I use noise reduction with Audacity anyways, so it's going to sound pretty decent. Door. Come out, 5700 XT. This is a chonker card. Focus! Focus with my nose. Look at the size difference. Yeah. Chonker. Not chonker. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a new line in my spreadsheet. MSI AMD Radeon 5700 mech. Okay. Bring up Afterburner so I can see what the clocks say. And the core voltage is at 1018. I don't know what the memory voltage is at. Core clock is 1750. And memory clock is also 1750. I'm going to put stock BIOS default settings. Now let's see what it mines. So we're just checking how much it mines on default clocks with factory BIOS. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to overclock it and then see what its hash rate is. And then I'm going to mod the BIOS. It's only getting like 4 or 3. There, let's try the AMD compute mode toggle, which means I have to restart. Sigh. Why are you so upset, dude? It was only making like 3 or 4 hash rate. AMD compute mode toggle, obviously. I guess it might be that, but I didn't think the card was that old. It's like a 2017 thing or whatever. I shouldn't be trying to run OBS while it's mining anyways, but after reboot, I'm getting 50 and 49, and that's with no overclocks. 50 and 49? It's more like it! I know, right? All right, I'm trying these numbers right now to go from 49.5 mega hashes up to 52, which is minus 400 on the core clock and plus 64 on the memory. So in an MSI Afterburner, I have 1350 and 1814. It's barely getting over 50. Let's crank up the memory up, try 1900. Oh, 1860 the max. Let's see if it locks up the system with something. All right, stable at 52.7 at 146 watts. So if we check out the results here, here's stock BIOS with default settings, 50.2 mega hashes at 149 watts. Move, mouse, you're in the way. And then you've got the overclock I found from that website, and that's 51.5 at 144 watts. And then I cranked the memory all the way up. I got 52.7 at 146 watts. So what you want to do is hit Windows button and R together on the keyboard to get this box up. Type CMD and then hold Shift and Control and press Enter. You might get a user account control login, but you need the elevated command line for what we're going to do next. And the file browser, you're going to need a place for your BIOS files. And let me see. Here's a new folder for this one. I got AMD ATIflash and a bunch of versions of them. Let's just go ahead and try version 293. I'm going to copy paste this in the command line with CD. And what that does is make it so I change to that folder. It's got to be in that folder. Otherwise, it's worthless. First, I need to see if it sees the card. So I'm going to put AMD VBFLash-I. All right, there we go. It sees the card. Of course, this is the only card plugged in, and I know it sees it because I have display output, but whatever. Now we want to save the BIOS, because if we need to go back to it, or if we want to sell it, we want to put the original BIOS back on it. So it's the AMD VFlash, and then -S, and then 0 for the first card. I don't know why computers have 0 for the first of things. It doesn't make sense. Whatever. 0, and then factory BIOS.ROM. And it says BIOS saved. Good. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut paste that over to there. How'd you cut paste without using the mouse, you ask? Because it's keyboard commands. Control X is cut and Control V is paste. Save yourself time. Stop clicking every freaking thing. Just accept that the keyboard's faster. No, the mouse is faster. Okay, well, I'm done already. Now I want to open Red BIOS Editor. And then hit load. And I'm gonna copy paste this path over to here. I did it again. I copy pasted without using the mouse and it took only a few seconds. Ooh, I'm faster. And I'm gonna open that BIOS. It says 5700, sweet. And this is the section that we're gonna be editing in the VRAM timings, what's it thing. And it has 2 types of memory. So that means I probably have to do it to both. But hold on. I want to open up GPU-Z before I do anything, because I need to see if it is Samsung memory or Micron or Hynix. What a stupid name, Hynix. Sounds like a part of the human anatomy or something. Where is it? Where is it? So much detail on here. Thank you, Tech Power Up GPU-Z, but I had to check the internet. Oh, Reddit. I want to view all the comments. Oh, he's got this part here. That'll help me. So we've got Red BIOS Editor, 5BC, K4Z80325BC, right? Says the same freaking thing right there. Sweet. But then if I scroll down, see Micron's a different number. So the 1000 megahertz box gets this number. Tab. Could you imagine how much time I'd be wasting using the mouse for copy paste? $1,800, and then 2,000, and then 2,250. Then I hit save, and then I'm gonna put Apple Straps BIOS. So now I want to flash it to there, put it on it. So I want to type AMDBFlash.exe-f-p, force it. Let's try it without the force first, in case it gives us a warning. And then card 0, and we want to tell it what file to use. So I'm just gonna drag the file I just made over, like that, and hope and pray that I don't prick the card. It says that version is already programmed, so I do have to force it. Restart system to complete VBIOS update. Shut down, OBS. We're done with this scene. Hey, it feels like you gotta pee. I'm gonna go pee for you. Thanks. Oh, he other me. He keeps forgetting that. He's wearing a mic when I'm wearing a mic, because we're both the same person.
What are you talking about, me?
Yeah, because you're peeing.
What if I shut the door?
No, that won't help because we're both wearing the same mic.
Oh, right. Whatever.
Anyways, I'm getting 50.2 at 149 watts, which is the same freaking thing we had earlier. No change. Apple Straps, default settings. Now I'm looking and I see he's got the Micron straps from here, so maybe it does have Micron memory. So I'm just gonna repeat the process and put all those in there for that. And I'm not gonna use the mouse for copy paste because I'm not a freaking pleb. Pleb? That's not the right word. I don't know what I'd say. What's the word for someone who's inefficient? Now I keep getting this authentication signature mismatched. And I found this command buried in this website, or thread, where you can unlock it, where it says you use the argument unlock ROM 0. So let's try that. Unlock ROM 0. ROM unlocked. Okay. Now let's try it. Authentication signature mismatched. Alright, I got it to flash, but I had to use version 3.04 plus. I just tried a newer version. Whatever. Links to things in the descriptables below, if you're following to actually do this yourself.
Are you making up words?
Yeah, I'm making up words. Shut up.
Having any progress?
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, this isn't very exciting.
Focus! I said focus!
It's 52.7 at 146 watts, which is the same thing we got before. So this is right now with the Apple straps, stock BIOS overclocked. It's like, whatever. I could try to get lower watts by putting the volts down to 900. 128 watts, that's a huge savings that I just did by changing the volts to 900. Stupid Apple straps didn't help me in this case. Maybe it's this card. I wouldn't do it, well, it might work on a 5700. 5700 XT! I have a 5700 XT. The beefy chonker. Will it brick it? So, I was thinking about how the BIOS mod for the 5700 XT works, and I did something. Check this out. I've got higher hash rate. Now I'm getting anywhere from 56 to 57 at 136 watts. And I've got a screenshot of MSI Afterburner here, and using core voltage of 900, core clock 1350 and 1860, which are the same overclocks I was trying earlier. But I modded the BIOS, and I'm gonna show you how. So this is how you do it. You load the BIOS the usual way. And then I actually, not the usual way. What am I talking about? I loaded my Apple straps BIOS, right? And then I went over to VRAM timings. And how you do the RX 5700 XTs is you take the numbers in this third box and you copy them to 4, 5, and 6 for both memory types. So if I tab down like this, you see that 7.8 there and a 9.6, B4, 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 B4. They're not the same. But if I load the one that I made just now, see how they all say A5 right there? Because apparently this thing's got the Micron memory, and so you just go into the third box, Control A, Control C, Tab, Control V, Tab, Control V, Tab, Control V, Tab, Control V. And so what Control A does, you go into the third box, Control A means select all, Control A. Control C, copy, Tab, go down, Control V is paste. And then I saved it to BIOS v2.rom. And I'm still keeping, these are the 3 numbers from the page that I've linked to the Reddit article where the guy was talking about 5700 on a 67 XT page. The guy's a knucklehead, but whatever. I'm using this card now. It's freaking sweet. That's it for this video.
That's it?
Are you gonna do an awkward end screen? No. Well, the stupid tripod's in the way again. Oh, well, because there was a part 2. I guess that's awkward. I keep leaving that there after I set the focus. So, first let's talk about our sponsors. You think anybody's gonna sponsor a goofy sci-fi problem like both of us in the screen at the same time? You should subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
And comment in the comment sections below and stuff and whatever's. And subscribe. And click the bell so you get notifications. Yeah, the bell. click, change the bell. All right, bye peeps. I'm gonna put a really funny video of me struggling with an old video card, GTX 960, trying to get it to mine. That's gonna be over there. And then over here is gonna be whatever YouTube's algorithms thinks is best. And you should subscribe over here. And click over here to see my soundtrack channel, because I make my own music for my soundtracks. All right, bye peeps.